Hello, Mayor and Council. My name is Phil McKellar, and my family lives near Oakland's elementary school. Thank you for the opportunity to engage in the OCP process, and thank you for the video submission option. I really think this option helps broaden engagement among different groups who won't be able to make it out on Thursday evening. So thank you for that. My primary concern is housing affordability and availability. This is because housing is like an octopus. It sits at the center of our society and it contributes and touches all other aspects of society. The current state of housing drives up the cost of living, leaves people in a state of rental insecurity, or leaves them under a mountain of mortgage debt. It also contributes to worker shortages, including in healthcare, senior care, and childcare. It increases traffic and parking issues as people commute into the city from the West Shore instead of living and working here where they can bike and walk to work easily. It decreases our society's fertility rates as fewer young people can afford to have children, and it drives homelessness, along with all the ugly and unwanted and unintended consequences that go with it. I could go on, but I'm sure you get my point. We need to solve the housing problem in order to address these other issues. To that end, this OCP update is a positive document, but there is room for improvement. The vision is great. The goals around family friendly housing are wonderful, but the city has a history of great visionary policies which failed to deliver. The missing middle and the rapid deployment of affordable housing really drive home this point. Both of them are good policies, but they have not moved the needle for the city. To avoid repeating these mistakes, this OCP should be simplified and streamlined as much as possible. Simplicity will cut the red tape, reduce the bureaucracy, and empower city staff to review housing proposals quickly and, most important of all, fairly. We want things to be fair and quick. The OCP should also work hand in hand with other policy documents, including zoning updates, parking reforms, and seismic upgrades under the new BC Building Code. Oftentimes, it seems these documents do not work together. Instead, they contradict each other and create a mess. I would also like to see the housing spread out across the city instead of being concentrated in areas where land values are relatively high, densities are relatively high, and the risk of displacement is high as a result. Finally, it is important that Council check in with City staff annually to make sure this document is living up to its intended spirit. This OCP is a significant improvement over the status quo, and I hope it is improved upon where possible, approved relatively quickly, and then reviewed regularly. If these three steps can happen, I think it will be a vast improvement over the status quo, and the future of our city will be in good hands. Thank you for your time.